the Season 8 Overwatch meta, the winners, the losers, what is going to happen? Oh, lordy lord. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and it is Overwatch Season 8 competitive. So what the hell is going to happen with the meta? What heroes will get nerfed? What heroes will get buffed? What is going to go on? Well, we need to look at Season 7, don't we, first to begin with? And we need to look at two heroes, which I think universally people think they need to be looked at. And I think I kind of agree, but for different reasons. So the first one is Junkrat. Now, Junkrat is... well, he's Junkrat, isn't he, ladies and gentlemen? So he received a double concussion mine. Now, this was a major rework to Junkrat because what this means is he can throw these mines into your face and absolutely delete you pretty much instantly. He is insanely powerful. He can spam chokes with his primary fire. That's cool. His Riptire also was buffed as well. It's faster moving. It can more reliably get kills because it was the worst ultimate in the game. Now, it's a pretty decent ultimate. It was hilariously OP, but they did tune it back because remember, it could just keep... it could maintain its momentum, essentially. It could just fly up into the air, into space, and then fall down like as if the International Space Station is falling from the sky onto your face, and then you die. That was not good. Anyway, they fixed that. But why is Junkrat in loads and loads of games? Well, because he's really reliable. Even though really he's like unreliable in terms of damage output, he's actually quite reliable because Overwatch, well, most maps have got a choke point, so he just spams the choke. You know, I think Dorado, first point, I absolutely love playing Junkrat. On that point, I mean, hell, I like playing Junkrat anyway, but he's just really, really powerful. So I've got to obviously preface this with this. I enjoy Junkrat, and I'm kind of saying that Junkrat probably will get nerfed this season. Now, how can you fix Junkrat? What can go on with him? Well, I think the problem is Junkrat's concussion mines just do a bit too much damage. Like, it's too much reliable damage too fast. Anybody tries to jump on Junkrat, like a Tracer, I mean, if Tracer's in effective range on Junkrat and he's got his two concussion mines available, well, he can just throw them into her face and delete her from existence, which is kind of ridiculous, because then, well, who's going to kill the Junkrat if the Tracer's dead? Or Genji comes in, just smash Genji and destroy him. Yeah, he can deflect them if he's lucky, but a good Junkrat's not going to let that happen. I think in terms of changes, what we'll probably see is potentially a different kind of damage output for the concussion mine. I think what I'd like to see is when the concussion mine is deployed on the ground, it does maximum damage, but when it's in the air, maybe it does 50% damage, because we don't want Junkrat just deleting people from existence, because it is kind of ridiculous. I still think he'll maintain his high usage, even if they did do that to concussion mine, because you can still output a lot of damage, you can still hold down chokes, and that's, well, what Junkrat is for. So I think we'll see changes to Junkrat. Now, the other one, it's Mercy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, not Mercy. Oh, God, no. So, I am not asking for a nerf. I am not going Mercy needs to be nerfed. A lot of people get really confused whenever I talk about Mercy. No, I'm just talking about the health of the game and what goes on. I play support. Put your hands up in the back if you play support. I play support, tank, DPS, whatever. But when I play support, if we don't have a Mercy on our team, somebody has to play the Mercy. I am not a Mercy player. I am not very good with Mercy because I'm just not used to playing like that. So I can't just pick Mercy up and go, oh, yeah, sure, it's fine, and then off I go doing Mercy stuff. I can't do that. What is annoying is that she is literally at a 90% plus pick rate for Season 7. That is insane. Now, any hero that has that level of pick rate, what is going on? Well, she's really powerful because her ultimate is the best support ultimate in the game by an absolute mile. When Valkyrie is active, Mercy can res two targets rapidly. So she gets a res in. First, she pops Valkyrie, resets res, she flies in, reses again. Then she's got her big AoE heal, her big AoE damage boost. She can move rapidly with Guardian Angel. She is extremely unkillable. Now, let's talk about this like adults, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not go, oh, nerf Mercy, blah, blah, blah. It is very hard to kill Mercy when Valkyrie is active. Now, this isn't just me going, oh, you know, better players could just aim at the Mercy and kill her. We've all killed Mercy when she's got Valkyrie active, but it's very hard to do. Overwatch League level players cannot do this. They cannot kill the Mercy. She's got a very small hitbox. So I think one change we might see this season is when she uses Valkyrie, what about if we could actually shoot her wings as well? They became part of her hitbox, or she just had a larger hitbox because, well, her wings spread out from her back, so she becomes bigger. So it seems kind of strange that her hitbox doesn't change as a result, and then she goes flying around, because that means then DPS might be able to counter what Mercy is going, what she's going to do with Valkyrie. Because I think that's one of the things with Mercy. When they changed her recently with the Resurrection timer on the standard ability, so it's not an instant cast. She casts it for a second or so, but you can interrupt her while she does this. That added an element of counterplay. However, when she uses her ultimate, you cannot counter her. But I think the main ridiculously crazy thing with Mercy's ultimate is the fact it's 20 seconds long. Probably needs to be 10 seconds long, to be fair. I don't know why it's 20 seconds, because that is a hell of a long time. Because when she pops Valkyrie, your team are not dying. Like, she's just going to keep healing and healing, and it's going to be insane unless somebody manages to kill the Mercy. But if it's a clever Mercy player, and there are loads of those guys out there, she's not going to die with Valkyrie active. She's going to pop Valkyrie at exactly the right time. She's going to get 2 reses off, then she's going to keep healing the team. So what we've seen in Season 7 is Mercy pretty much was needed. If you didn't have a Mercy, you're at a major disadvantage. Now, we will see this going into Season 8. So if you're a Mercy player, be chill. You can still just play Mercy all the time. Mercy is still crazily strong. The only time I think Mercy will become less strong is if they did something to Resurrect. Now, don't worry, guys. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Resurrect. It's part of what makes Mercy Mercy. I like Resurrect from Mercy's point of view because she's the guardian angel. She brings you back from the dead. That's always going to be the case. That's part of the fantasy with Mercy. And I totally agree with that. I think that's awesome. I think for me, all I want to see initially, because remember, we don't want crazy changes. We don't want like, oh, let's just radically change this hero. Let's radically change that hero and just be completely ridiculous. I don't want that. But maybe look at the duration of Valkyrie, and then I think she might be in a much better place. What I want to know, guys, is what you Mercy players think about this in the comments below, because like I said, I don't play Mercy, but I play a lot of supports. I play Zen, I play Anna, a little bit of Lucio, but mainly Zen, Anna, and Moira, as you guys know. Mercy, all right, let's talk about Moira, because Moira is an interesting one. I think people are getting used to playing Moira now, and I think Moira might see some balance changes in the future, especially potentially this season. I think she does too much damage. Now, it isn't a load of damage. It isn't like she's spike burning people down and it's like ridiculous burst DPS, but she adds a lot of damage to the team. There are games I play in where I've got 10,000 healing and 10,000 damage. I don't think that should be the case. Right? That is slightly ridiculous. In fact, Orisa used to be like this before they changed her weapon. She used to do as much damage as she blocked, which was crazy. Like, she was putting out like 10k damage, block 10k damage. That's like, what the hell? Reinhardt would block 10k damage and put out like 1,000 damage, if that. Like, it was completely ridiculous. It's like, what is going on? Major changes there. So I think we might see something to Moira. And if that happens, I don't think I'll be too fussed, because I enjoy playing Moira, and I think she's still a brand new hero, so she's still trying to find her way in the game. Hanzo. Now, this is an interesting one, because remember what Jeff said a while ago. Jeff said they might look at fixing Hanzo. And when I say fixing Hanzo, I don't mean fixing him because he's broke. I mean taking a look at the way Hanzo is played. They might do something to Scatter Arrow. Now, I might be a little bit controversial saying this, but Scatter Arrow is Hanzo's, well, reliable damage output. His primary fire, let's be honest, is sort of hit and miss. You just spam it down into chokes, unless you're like Raxu or like an absolute, well, I mean, Raxu is the Hanzo god. Then, yeah, you can land your primary fire at will. But generally, the scatter shot is what's used for you to just sort of beat somebody in a 1v1, or if somebody jumps on top of you, you scatter shot them, or you try and take out a tank with it. Problem with scatter shot is, and this is the way Overwatch is the devs want you to feel like you're having a good time when you're doing the killing, but also you don't feel robbed or mugged off or like you've been had over, ladies and gentlemen, when you die. And currently, if you're, well, you just get instantly deleted by a scatter arrow, you're like, oh, what the hell? It doesn't feel great, does it? Or you get hit by a scatter arrow which has bounced all the way around the map and killed you. It doesn't feel great. So they might do something to Hanzo to make him feel a little bit more consistent. Thing is, Hanzo does a ton of damage when his arrows hit, so I'm not really sure what they could do to him. The last hero I want to talk about is D.Va, because I think D.Va is a little bit of an unsung hero from Season 7. This is the carry tank. You could probably say Roadhog is as well. D.Va, though, has got phenomenal spike damage. This hero is mental. Now, when it was redesigned, this was during Gamescom, so it was back in August of this year. They gave her micro missiles, and they made a couple of other changes to her. But she can now dive onto a lot of squishy targets and instantly delete them. Now, I've been putting this into practice a little bit in my competitive games because I've not played much D.Va at all this season. But I started playing a couple of games and just applying like... It's like a pro-level mentality to this, but because I was watching a few pro players play D.Va on ladder, and I was noticing what they were doing. They were literally going in and just deleting the Zenyatta or deleting a DPS, like find a soldier, just kill him. find anybody with low health. There's a tracer, low health. There's a tracer, just dive on her and kill her. And all they were doing really is firing micro missiles, boosting towards the target and primary fire, obviously like at point blank range, and just absolutely annihilating that target. Because if you think about it, you've got micro missile damage, you've got primary fire damage, and then you've got the mechs slamming into you damage, and then you could melee them if you wanted to. That is a massive load of damage. That is enough damage to delete most people just from the game. That is crazy powerful. So I think we're going to see more D.Va, like definitely more D.Va. You already do see a hell of a lot at the pro level. We'll see more of her in Overwatch League, I'm sure of that. In fact, she'll be in every single team comp. I'm pretty sure of that. She is massively powerful. Defense Matrix is a stupidly good ability, and it still is good. But she isn't like... I wouldn't say she's OP like she was before, or she's boring or anti-fun to play, because she just sort of put out Defense Matrix and just stopped a load of damage, and it was like, well, this is annoying. And yeah, she's not like that, but I definitely think she's a bit of a sleeper for this season. And finally, before I go, I actually do want to talk about another hero, and I want to talk about Ana. I think Ana does need a little bit more love to be a little bit more relevant in the game, because the way Overwatch is going, it's a very barrier-dominated game. When you look at tanks like Winston, when you look at Reinhardt, Orisa, these heroes shove a barrier in your face and it stops you from healing as Ana. Now, that basically prevents her from putting out any kind of relevant healing when all the other healers can heal through a barrier, which is, well, crazily powerful. Look at Moira, look at Ana. Moira can throw her orbs through anything. If there's barriers deployed all over your team, if Winston's dived on top of you, it doesn't really matter. You can throw an orb through that. You can heal through it with your primary heal. Ana, on the other hand, cannot do anything about that. Now, they gave her a little bit of a damage buff this season, which, you know, is fine. It means she can go back to 3-shotting Pharahs and other 200 HP heroes. That's cool, that's fine. But it's not really enough, because Ana gets jumped on by a Winston. Like, in my head, what I'm seeing here is it's like a low-skill move for Winston to jump onto the Ana, but the Ana can't really do anything about it unless she can put him to sleep, unless she can hit him with a nade. If she doesn't have any of those up, and a good Winston player will wait for the nade to be thrown and think, right, now's my time to go, or even wait for the sleep dart, go straight on the Ana, and she's pretty much dead. But not only that, Ana finds it very difficult to heal when a massive team fight breaks out, because you have to be like, I mean, to be as effective as a support as Ana compared to the other supports, you have to be playing at such a higher level where it's, I guess it's rewarding if you play Ana like that, but the problem is Ana is, well, just not as good as the other healers, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. So let me just recap all of this I've been through, just to sum this up at the end of the video. I think in terms of losers, we're going to see Mercy and Junkrat definitely lose this season. I don't think Mercy's going to lose that much. I think Mercy will probably have some sort of a balance change done to her, because she's played too much, really. She's got such a ridiculously high pick rate. I think what they'll do is maybe half the duration of Valkyrie. Beyond that, I don't know. Like, we'd have to wait and see what the statistics say. I'd like to see a larger hitbox when she uses Valkyrie, so maybe we've got a chance to try and counter her. But apart from that, I think she's in a pretty good position. I think Ana, like I just said, can possibly benefit from being looked at in some way. Maybe they let her heal through barriers. I mean, that seems like an extreme change, but I don't know. Ana's going to be one that we're going to have to look at. Junkrat, though, I think we're going to see a concussion mine damage nerf. My answer to Junkrat would be when the concussion mine attaches to a surface, it does 100% damage. When it's in the air, it does 50% damage. I think that would be a fair trade-off, because then it wouldn't be just like throw a concussion mine to somebody's face and they're dead. You'd have to try and throw 2, and you'd have to have 2 concussion mines available, and you might be using them. Or it might make you be a little bit more creative as Junkrat, where you would put your concussion mine down in a position, you know, like with your trap a little bit more often. I don't know. D.Va, I think, is a sleeper. She's going to get even better this season. So if you do want to play an off-tank, I would possibly look at playing a little bit more D.Va, because she is, I think she's going to be beautiful. I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. I mean, there's a lot of heroes in the game, like your soldiers, your tracer, your widows as well. Like, Widow actually, again, could be a bit of a sleeper. We've noticed a lot more Widow play at the pro level, so she might start sort of seeping into ranked a little bit more, because if you've got good accuracy and you can play Widow, you can totally dominate the game. If the enemy team don't counter you, if they don't go D.Va or Winston and try and dive on top of the Widow, Widow gets free reign and just wins the game. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. I think it's definitely in a good place, the meta is, if we get this sort of reduced pick rate for Mercian, because it would be nice. It would be the ideal situation where we can pick any hero at any time. Now, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Right now, though, the tanks are in a good spot, I think. They all get used at certain points. Orisa is being used more and more, which I think is good. Like I said, Diva's in a good position. Hog is great. Roadhog, Reinhardt is good in certain positions as well. They're all in good positions, really, the tanks are. DPS, again, yeah, they're all decent, with the exception maybe of Doomfist, but he is getting changes, so I think, well, he's getting certain buffs applied to him, isn't he? So I think he'll kind of be a little bit more usable going throughout the season, which will be good. Then we look at the supports, and we're like, yeah, they're all kind of okay, apart from Anna, who's suffering quite a lot, and Mercy, who is a little bit too powerful. And then we look at the defense heroes, and, well, they just sort of fill a role, don't they? I don't know. Defense heroes will probably always be niche heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. It's been a very detailed discussion about the way I think the meta is going to go in Season 8 competitive of Overwatch. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, guys, if you like, which is @UnitLostGaming, and do send me your thoughts over Twitter as well. I do like reading Twitter, and obviously the comments on these videos as well. They are beautiful. And, yeah, I will catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.